What if I told you that you should not trust Warren Buffett on his investment advice? Well, the first thing you would do is you would burst out laughing. I take no offense, I understand. After that you would say, who is this guy? How dare he wrangle with a well-respected and widely recognized guru? Watch the video and make your own decision. Here is the story. Recently I was browsing the web and found an interesting information. A few weeks ago, at the Berkshire Hathaway's annual meeting, Warren Buffett talked about a lot of interesting things regarding investing and retirement planning. And he also referred to the question of investing in precious metals. That's great, because I invest in precious metals. My subscribers add gold, silver and other precious metals to their investment portfolios. This is how we are getting ready for the coming financial crash, and of course we would be happy to get advice from the best investor in the world, like an athlete would be happy to have a cup of coffee with Arnold Schwarzenegger talking about some bodybuilding strategies. So Warren Buffett shared two different scenarios. If in 1942 you've invested $10,000 in gold, you would have today approximately $400,000. It's not so bad. But if instead of buying gold you've invested in stocks in S&P 500, we the investors, we love to compare investing in gold and investing in stocks. So in this case you would have, attention ladies and gentlemen, $51 million. Only 76 years. This is how powerful time is. By the way, 76 years, this is how long Warren Buffett has been investing. He purchased his first stock at the age of 11 when he was just a boy. 76 years, and the stock market could have turned $10,000 into $51 million, or gold could have turned this amount of money into $400,000. What is better, 51 million or $400,000? Warren Buffett is right. The stock market performs better, not only better, but much better. Mathematically, he is right. But the way he asserts his point of view surprises and even offends me. Let me quote his words. This is emotional and I believe worth being quoting. While the businesses were investing in more plants and new inventions came along, you would look into your safety deposit box and you have your 300 ounces of gold. This is how much gold you could purchase for $10,000 76 years ago. At that time, the price was around $35 per 1 ounce. And you would look at it and you could fondle it. I mean, whatever you wanted to do with it, but it didn't produce anything. It was never going to produce anything. And what would you have today? You would have 300 ounces of gold, just like you had in March of 1942, and it would be worth approximately $400,000. Conclusion: there is no better place for your money than the stock market. You've probably heard about his Warren Buffett's strategy for retirement planning, released a few years ago. It's about keeping 90% of one's asset in stocks and 10% in bonds. Mathematically, as I mentioned before, Warren Buffett is right. Thousands, why thousands? Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of people have become extraordinarily rich investing not in gold, but investing in the stock market. But why on the earth does someone, you, me, Warren Buffett, compare stocks and gold and make conclusions what is better and more profitable, as if one excludes the other, as if you sign I am allowed to invest exclusively in the stock market protocol, or I will invest only in gold agreement. Gold, in my opinion, and let me know in a comment section below this video if you agree or disagree with me. So gold, in my opinion, is in an investment portfolio is not to make money. We, the average investors, intentionally invest less of our savings in stocks, and intentionally limit the potential upside. It's not because we don't want to make more money. It's not because we don't want to turn $10,000 into 50 million. It's because it might be a tragedy to contribute to your 401k throughout your working life and to constantly save 10% of your income and to lose 30, 40, 50, 60% of your assets at the age of 59 because of an unexpected financial crisis, or 100% of your assets because of... Look, I have a friend who is a passionate mountaineer and hiker. He was planning to climb the Everest this year, the highest mountain in the world, but something went wrong and he changed his plans. Anyways, he always uses carabiners, quick draws, belay devices and so on, not because this stuff makes him lighter or allows him to or helps him to climb up the mountain faster, but because it protects his life in case of unforeseen situations. You see, he intentionally slows down his actions in order to increase the chances of a positive outcome, in order to achieve his goal and not to fall down and be buried in permafrost. The same applies to investing. The same applies to precious metals, real estate, gold. Gold for an investor is like safety equipment for a mountaineer. By the way, what do Warren Buffett and your financial advisor have in common? They both don't suggest investing in gold, do they? Has your financial advisor ever suggested that you purchase physical precious metals as part of a diversification strategy for your savings? I'm not sure about Warren Buffett, but for your financial advisor, there is no way to be compensated for turning you into buying physical gold. You buy gold and that's it. They write on the internet, that maybe Warren Buffett secretly invests in precious metals. Absurd? Well, it's not a very well-known fact, but did you know that while gold doesn't meet his usefulness requirements as we see, let's not forget that at the beginning of this century, he, Warren Buffett, purchased about 129 million ounces of silver at $3.50 to $4 per ounce. Later he sold that silver at around $6 per ounce. Gold, silver, physical silver, other precious metals offer insurance and protection during market turbulence, and not only during financial shakeouts. You've heard it said that an expectation of a holiday is better than the holiday itself. On the other hand, being concerned about your finances, about your assets, is the best way to develop insomnia. I'm not sure if there were or there are any studies, but I think that those who diversify their investment portfolios with physical assets like precious metals, real estate, have better sleep. Warren Buffett, he's a great investor. He's been successfully investing for 76 years. How old are you? Chances are you didn't exist when he purchased his first stock. He did, and he does a great job. I have a very good habit. Not only do I criticize other people, but I listen to those who are wealthier than me, more educated, who have more experience in life, who are older. I learn from them, and I've learned a lot from Warren Buffett. On the other hand, I understand that what is better for Warren, Peter, or John is not necessarily better for me. I'm a healthy living enthusiast, as you know if you are my subscriber, and I bike a lot because I know that it improves my heart health. And I truly believe that the decision to buy an exercise bike was one of the best, one of the smartest investment choices I've ever made in my life. So the friend of mine recently asked me if I could help him lose some weight. He's over 250 pounds or something. Buy an exercise bike, I said. He did it. He started exercising, and in 5, not 10 or 20, in 5 minutes, the blood ran from his nose. He says he will never touch that exercise bike. How is he going to sell it? I don't know. What is better for me is not necessarily better for him. What works, or is better to say what worked for Warren Buffett in past might not work for me in the future. I am an average person. I am an average investor. So I believe, and it's only my opinion, I believe it's crucially important to own something real, something tangible, something touchable, especially if your goal is not to make yet another billion and impress your shareholders, but if you invest for your future, for your retirement, etc. Once more, ladies and gentlemen, I am not a financial advisor. I don't have a clue what you should do with your money, but I do not agree with Warren Buffett's opinion on gold. I believe that gold, as well as silver, must be an important part of every investment portfolio. If you agree with me, click here or click the link below this video and get your free precious metals investing guide and learn how you can add precious metals to your investment, to your retirement portfolio. I will be ridiculously happy to see you in the next episode.